So I failed organic chemistry in 100 level.
So, all my life, I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to help people. I wanted to treat people. I wanted people to feel better because of me. At some point in primary school, I started saying I wanted to be a miracle doctor, so a medical doctor.
you know, Gifted hands and stuff. So
I always wanted to be a doctor. There was no other. You know how people want to be different things when they are younger. They want to be pilots. They want to be this. It was just doctor. Like I didn't have a plan B. I just wanted to be a doctor, and I knew I was going to be a doctor. So I got admission to university. I went to university, and then I failed organic chemistry. So if you know Bingham University, you know that once you fail, that's it for you. So I failed organic chemistry in 100 level, and then I had to leave medicine. So the option was physiology and anatomy. And to be honest, I picked physiology because I wanted to go on IT in 300 level. I wanted to be able to leave school and gain work experience. So I moved to physiology. Oh, and also because my friends were also going for physiology. So I moved to physiology, right? Then in physiology, so we did a lot of different types of physiology. We did renal physiology, we did reproductive physiology, we did neurophysiology, um
Moments later.
we did GIT. I can't remember. We did cardiovascular physiology, and the one that stood out for me was reproductive physiology. So I think that was where my fascination came with reproduction, reproductive health, and all of those things. So that was where I became fascinated with reproduction basically. So reproductive physiology. Then when I graduated, I knew that I wasn't going to go back to do medicine. It was on the table. There were a lot of my classmates that went back to do medicine, but I knew that I wasn't going to do medicine. Like I had given up. I don't know if it was out of fear. I don't think it was out of fear. I just felt like I just felt like I was going to go and waste my time again, right? It was going to take a long time, so I knew that I wasn't going to go back to do medicine. So, and I didn't want to go back to do physiology as a second degree because I just felt like that limited me to just physiology, and I'll probably end up just lecturing all my life. So I decided to do public health because it made sense to me to go into public health after doing physiology because it was healthy climate, basically. So public health is about preventing a disease or preventing diseases, improving health, prolonging life. It's not just attending to one person or one person's health needs, but it's for helping a lot of people at the same time. So why would I want to help one person when I can help a lot of people at the same time, right? And that was how it made sense to me. And so for those people that don't know what public health is, that is what public health is. It is preventing diseases, it is helping people that have the diseases, and it is ensuring that people in the environment, in the community, don't have to suffer a disease before it is treated, right? Public health is the reason why your water is safe, it is why some vaccines are free, it is why some things get treated for free or for a lesser price than it should be. Public health is a silent protector. So most people do not realize it, but public health is everywhere. It is what makes the place a safer place for people to stay, even though it doesn't, maybe because of where we are in Nigeria and some things are not talked about a lot. But public health drives a lot of the policies that go into healthcare. As someone who became passionate and fascinated by reproduction, menstruation, family health, infertility, and all of those things, it just made sense to me to pick reproductive and family health when I was supposed to pick a department and pick a track for my MPH when I went to do my MPH in 2022. And when it was time for me to do my dissertation, I picked something that made more sense to me. So my topic was on menstrual disorders and quality of life of adolescent girls in selected secondary schools in the FCT. I think around the time when I was trying to pick a topic, I was having one of the worst pain I had ever had during my period. And at the same time, I think I knew two other people who were also having menstrual related issues. And at first, I wanted to pick a topic on men's role in reproduction, but I also did not want to have to interview men for my project because, as we all know, it can be a lot. So I decided to do something that made more sense to me, made more sense to the people around me, because these things are not talked about enough. So people don't know what to do. Some people don't even know it's a problem. To be honest, they think it's normal to have painful menstruation. They think it's normal to bleed for 12 days. They think it's normal because all the women in their family have had it. And the thing is, most people don't know that they have reproductive issues until they want to have children. And by that time, your body has formed. A lot of things could have been treated in the past, but now probably irreversible. So that was what prompted my choosing of that topic. And when I presented to my supervisor, fortunately or unfortunately for me, my supervisor was also someone who was in that line. So I think she had already published like 2 papers on menstruation. So I think one was her PhD was on menopause, and then one was on menstruation. So it got her excited, fortunately and unfortunately for me. Now, I think the future of public health is innovation, collaboration, and inclusion. So now public health is not just about the hospitals and how to treat people. Like I said, it's from prevention. So it has to do with schools, it has to do with workplaces, it has to do with homes, it has to do with families, it has to do with individuals, and not just a person, but how as a community or as a society, each person's health is important to ensure that everybody's thriving in that community, right? So public health is something that people should not just gloss through. People don't know enough about public health. You can literally read any other thing, and there is an aspect of public health you can do. If you read law, you can do public health. If you read economics, you can do public health. If you read medicine, obviously you can do public health. If you're into policy making, you're a politician, you can do public health. You read sociology, you can do public health. You read psychology, you can literally find a place in every sector that needs public health. The problem now is that Nigeria doesn't take this thing seriously until it becomes a problem. The reason why public health took front row was because we had COVID-19, and it was the public health professionals that were now telling people what to do and what not to do. But beyond that, now that COVID has, cleared from the air, everybody has gone back to not washing their hands. People have gone back to talking into people's faces and point spit. It's not only COVID we should be scared of, right? There are a lot of things that we need to be careful with. We have polio problems. We still have polio problems in Nigeria. We have malaria problems in Nigeria. We have HIV problems in Nigeria. All of these things, we shouldn't still be struggling with these things if we take public health seriously. That's what I think. So the future of public health is grand. It's big. It's something that we should all work together to accomplish. So no, I am not a medical doctor. I don't work in a hospital. I don't see patients. I am a public health educator. I am a menstrual health advocate. I am also a mental health advocate, in case you guys didn't know. So I don't use a stethoscope. I don't have an office. I don't see patients. But what I can do is I can use my voice. I can use health education. I can use my research. I can do a lot of things to improve our health in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world. So if you don't know a lot about public health and you want to know a lot about public health, or you're just here because you're interested in menstrual health for you as a woman or for a woman in your life, just hang around. So I'm not only going to be talking about menstrual health, I'm going to be talking about reproductive health as a whole. So if this video has inspired you, if it got you thinking about public health, if you're in the field, or if you want to go there, or if you don't want to go there, you just want to know what's going on with our collective health, stick around. I am not only going to be talking about menstrual health, which that in itself is enough because you are either menstruating or you have a woman around you who's menstruating, so you should know these things. But I'm also going to be talking about reproductive health, female reproductive health, male reproductive health. I'm sure you fall under one of those categories. And if you just want to be an advocate for health, you should also stay here. And if you're thinking about how you can contribute to public health, if you can contribute to community health, you should also be here. So like this video, subscribe to this channel, share it to your friends. If you know anybody that's doing public health, send it to them. If you know anybody that's not doing public health, send it to them. If you know any man, send it to him. If you know any woman, send it to her. Because one thing that I have to say is that reproductive health is not only for women. because women don't get themselves pregnant. Just so you know. Have a nice day.